that's off. Got. See ya, buddy. See ya, buddy. Bye. We don't want you here. Good seeing everybody. God bless. Good to see you. Good seeing you, Em. Chris, God bless. Bridget, God bless. Good seeing you. Hey, DJ, God bless. How you doing? Etna, Lori, God bless. Good seeing everybody. Jules. God bless, Sam. God bless. Good seeing you. Betty, God bless. Ashley, how you doing? God bless. Matthew, God bless. Elm, God bless. Good seeing everybody. Brett, God bless. Good seeing you, Brett. Dr. T, God bless. Jules. Darla. Paula, God bless. God bless, Lori. Verna, God bless. Good seeing you. James, God bless. Cool, God bless. Good seeing everybody. I'll get started. Hope everybody's doing well. The stuff I was gonna show you about what Ashley showed me, I'm gonna show today. And this was from Lisa. Lisa sent me this. She sent me a video. The feds are allowing emergency bank lending program to expire March 11th. I'm also watching the Super Bowl, but most people know I'm watching around the time of the eclipse and Passover. As we can see, today is the 25th. It's going to be the 26th today. This is roughly 46 days away. This is an IPEC GOAT. In other words, if a bank has problems, it's SOL. That means if your money's in a bank and it goes bankrupt or something, or lending problems, the federal government, they're not going to bail them out no more. As I was talking about in my video, right here, I was talking about this, the debt clock. All debts are null and void. All debts are null and void. When Jesus died, this is exactly what I was talking about in this video. That's why Lisa sent this to me. This is why Lisa sent this to me, because she agrees with me. A lot of people are watching. I did see a couple other YouTube channels, Watchmen, now are going to Passover also. And this is the biggest watch for me. I'm going to make a video. Yes, I am watching the Super Bowl, because also, too, this is 30 days from the Super Bowl. Something could happen at the Super Bowl. 30 days. We'd have 30 days from the Super Bowl to March 11th, because February 11th is the Super Bowl. The Chinese New Year, 30 days later, is March 11th, and then we have about 30 days more, and there's the eclipse. I'm watching all during this time. If they cut off the money, this is also an IPEC GOAT. Right here, the money, this is also stock market plunge, and also, too, they're talking about right now, China's going to declare war on us. I heard something about that. This is also an IPEC GOAT with the money. He has a coin under his foot. He has a coin under his foot right here. So this is the money situation. I'll play this video first.
In 46 days. This is on their website. This is on the Federal Reserve's website. That they are getting.
Well, I'm going to play it on my TV, because that way it's louder. I can play it louder and everybody can hear it. Gotta find it. Should have had this up ahead of time. There you go.
What's up, guys? John here. The U.S. banking system is set to be rug pulled in 46 days. This is on their website. This is on the Federal Reserve's website that they are getting ready to rug pull all funding. This is going to impact small, medium-sized businesses and all 330 million Americans. I'm going to show you exactly what is about to happen, but this is far greater than a just America problem. This is happening in European central banks, happening in Canada. There's problems going worldwide.
This is the most intense period for the global banking sector.
A rough week for the banking industry.
The collapse of Silicon Valley Bank.
The second biggest bank collapse in U.S. history.
And I believe the next month to a month and a half, we're going to see massive change. I'm going to break this down for you. I'm going to show you the facts. I'm going to show you exactly what's going on to help you and position you for what I believe is going to be the greatest transfer of assets in American history and probably the greatest time to build wealth that we've ever seen. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. You people share the content. Educate more people about what's going on in the economy. And if you'd like to fix your credit, we would love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, or any negative item on your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. Click the link in the description just below this video. Schedule a free strategy session for tomorrow, for Friday. Take a look at this. So now, they've told us all that we're going to see a soft landing. Right? European Central Bank asked some lenders to monitor social media for early signs of bank runs. Right? This came out yesterday. Reuters. Bank runs. Why? Well, look at what's happening in Canada. Operational details for government purchases of Canadian mortgage bonds. It's a bailout, $30 billion bailout for banks. And so when you start to look at this, you're like, all right, well, let's look at what the Fed is doing. Let's look at what the Federal Reserve is doing right now. This is their Twitter, right? It announces the Bank Term Funding Program will cease making new loans as scheduled March 11th. So March 11th is 46 days from now. What is this BTFP program? The BTFP program was created to support American businesses and households by making additional funding available to eligible depository institutions to help assure banks have the ability to meet the needs of all of the depositors. So they're going to basically rip funding from small businesses and everyday American consumers. For context, in the top 100 cities in America, the top 100 cities, 30% of all of the residents over the age of 18 are behind on bills. I mean, it's a massive, massive number. So when you start to rip liquidity from these Americans, what do you think is going to happen? Defaults and delinquencies are going to continue to rise. And during those types of environments, what do people do when they can no longer make their bills? They sell. They sell their cars. They start to sell homes. They start to sell off assets. And that's what we're walking into. So this is on their website, came out yesterday. Federal Reserve Board announces Bank Term Funding Program will cease making new loans as scheduled on March 11th. The Federal Reserve Board on Wednesday announced the Bank Term Funding Program will cease making new loans scheduled on March 11th. The program will continue to make loans until that time and is available as an additional source of liquidity for eligible institutions. During the period of stress, the Bank Term Funding Program helped assure the stability of the banking system and provide support for the economy. After March 11th, banks and other depository institutions will continue to have ready access to the deposit window to meet liquidity needs. As the program ends, the interest rate applicable to BTFP loans has been adjusted, such as the rate on new loans extended from now through the program's expiration and will no longer the interest rate on the reserve balance in effect on the day the loan is made. The rate adjustment ensures that the BTFP continues to support the goals of the program.
So that is correct. I checked it out for myself. It's right here. Feds allow emergency bank lending program to expire. I also checked and see how long this has been going on. They've been doing this forever. This is 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 9 months ago, 10 months ago, right here, 9 months ago. So they've been doing this forever. 3 years ago. So they're going to stop. They're going to stop. They're going to stop lending money. In other words, insuring your money in the banks. Insuring your money in the banks. So I wanted to talk about this. Ashley sent me this. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley sent me this. I didn't know if you knew about this, but Laura Thomas posted this and Ashley sent it to me. Thank you, Ashley. It says, wow, guys, I am posting something very detailed, in-depth a bit ago, but I stumbled across something that is very noteworthy. Another absolutely wild sign to add to the list. It says, so you know how 2017 I posted about Little Egypt would be the center X over America and the solar eclipse. So she has a picture right here. The solar eclipse right here. She has it right here, which it went over Little Egypt. Little Egypt right there. It says the same area in Illinois also is the center of the once-in-a-lifetime Cicada emergency set for 2024 around the same time. The Cicada apocalypse, which it's really in the locust. It's in the same family as the locusts or whatever you want to call it. A cicada is in the same family as the locust, and she says the same thing. More than 1 trillion insects. This has happened once in our lifetime. The last time this happened was in 1803, which is more than a lifetime, but still it was a long time ago. But there's 2 of them. This is going to be a very noteworthy area. Do you see the significance this is as well? How significant is this? She says the exact place, Little Egypt, is the exact center of the lifetime cicada event, the same exact time frame. So she says she's breaking this down. There's 2 reports. There's one that says there's going to be 1 trillion of them, and one of them says billions. There's 2, and I'll show them to you. The cicadas will emerge on the U.S. this year in a double rare brood event. There's 2 of them. Yes, I checked it out. It says, with Illinois, Little Egypt, Illinois is the center of it. At the exact area that marks an X over the United States, the same exact time, beginning in April. What are the odds? Again, this is not a coincidence. It's right over Little Egypt. The same exact area, the Exodus, the locusts, were one of the 10 plagues inflicted on Egypt, one of the 10 locusts descending on Egypt, and the same time as the solar eclipse. The Cicadas is not a locust, but it's in the same family. I checked it out. The plagues, 8 of 9, the locusts. Don't forget, the plagues are similar to Egypt. There's, the plagues in Revelations. So she talks about the things, and then she says, I saw a star fall from heaven, a key to the bottomless pit, the cicadas, the darkness over Egypt, and the center, both at the same time. She has this article right here, once in a lifetime cicada emergency set for 2024 in Illinois is the center of it all. So yes, I did check it out. This one right here says billions of cicadas will emerge in the United States in a year rare double brood event. They have twice as many they only come out, I think this is 7 years. I'm not sure, but they go dormant for a long period of time. Here's another article. It says the world hasn't seen cicada like this since 2013. I did have another article up here. It's right here. It says 1 trillion. So either article, it says either there's a trillion. Right here, they're going to be coming out of the ground in April, right about the time of the eclipse. And it's going over Little Egypt. It's going over Little Egypt, which is where the eclipse X is, and they'll be coming out about the same time as the eclipse. So thank you, Ashley, for sending me that. The banking crisis, as I talked about. As I showed, this is an iPad GOAT. As I showed in my video, this is at the same time when Jesus, the debt clock, which all debts are due. You pay your taxes in April. That's why they pay your taxes. This is the beginning of the month to you. You pay your taxes. Everything's due at the end of the year. I will be making a video about this, and I will talk about this right now. I'm going to make a video that's going to be about probably 10 things that prove that we're leaving at Passover. 10 things that prove that we're leaving at Passover. And I'm going to go over all of them in a video, and I'll put it out in the future. Right here. Jesus's bones weren't broken. This is one of the things I'm going to go over why, and why not one of Jesus's bones were broken. Not one of Jesus's bones were broken. This is also in Psalms 34:19. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivereth him from them all. He protects all of his bones, and none of them will be broken. This is in Psalms right here. It says, many are afflicted of the righteous, but the Lord shall deliver him out of them all. It says right here, he keepeth all of his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall stay from the wicked, and they hate the righteous shall be desolate. The Lord redeemeth their soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. A righteous man, their bones wouldn't be broken. And this is exactly what Jesus's bones were not broken. Jesus's bones were not broken. And I will go over that. This also goes with as I said, this is in Jeremiah 50. And the last, his Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, hath broken his bones. Broken his bones. A righteous man cannot have broken bones. And I will go over this, and I will talk about this in my video that I'm coming up with. And it'll probably be on my main channel. Nebuchadnezzar's bones were broken. Jesus's bones were not broken. He was bruised. He was beaten, but he did not have broken bones. Also, you can go through all the Bible, and it talks about the Joseph's bones, Moses's bones, same thing. They were righteous to the Lord. I will go over that. These are all the Bible verses about broken bones. And you can go over them yourself if you want to. And I'll go over it in my video. So, this is going to be major. If a bank goes bankrupt, the federal's lending program for emergencies is not going to bail them out. Most money, this is in iPad GOAT also. The money will stop. This is also on the debt clock, as I talked about before. the debt clock. They're showing in the Bible verses with the debt clock. Jesus tipped over the money changers. He did this at Passover. I want to talk about this. I'm going to talk about hurricanes because they're already talking about, I don't know about you, I did put out this video so people on the West Coast or in other different time zones, of course, it would be like 9 or 10 o'clock, even in California. I have other people always tell me they like it later. So I'm not working right now, so I can have videos whenever. And I know some people like it in the evening, some people like it in the morning. So, but the fact of the matter is, hurricane season's going to be out of control. I don't know about you, but I live in the Great Lakes, and the Great Lakes aren't frozen. It is raining right now. It is February, and it is raining. It is February, and it is raining. They're talking about the first week, next week of February, they're talking about being in the 50s next week. The 50s. Why is that? The reason why that is because of the heat in the Atlantic Ocean. The heat in the Atlantic Ocean, it's still there. The heat. And it comes up, our winds and everything's coming up from the south. And they're talking about hurricane season's going to be out of control. Hurricane season's going to be out of control this year. It was bad last year with the heat. This year it's going to be even worse. This is the chart. This is the chart, and he goes over it. This was just today. It's called wind shear. The wind shear is going way low. And last year, this is what cut down on a lot of our big hurricanes was the wind shear. This year, it's cut down. He talks about it right here.
Tropical storms in hurricanes developing as we start to see some of these forecasts for the upcoming hurricane season. In the forecast I'll put out, most of those are going to be above average, a huge flip in the pattern just in time for hurricane season.
As he said, a big switch, the wind shear, and he talks about it. The hurricane season, it flips a switch. Everybody's predicting out of control hurricanes this year.
Tropical storms in hurricanes developing as we start to see some of these forecasts for the upcoming hurricane season. In the forecast I'll put out, most of those are going to be above average, a huge flip in the pattern.
A huge flip in the pattern. And he talks about it right here.
Just in time for hurricane season. Now, in an El Nino cycle, which we have right now, that's usually better for us because what that does is, it does a lot of things, but what that typically does is provide a lot of wind shear out there. Wind shear are winds coming in the opposite direction of a storm, knocks off the tops of the storm so they can't build up and develop, and that does help limit the amount of hurricanes and tropical storms out there. So usually El Nino means better news for us. Of course, there are other factors. We just had an above average season because the water temperatures were so very warm. But with that said, look what's going to happen.
The water temperatures are still warm. That's why it's so warm where I'm at. It's going to be 50s this week. Yes, we did have a cold spell, but the lakes in my area, the Lake Michigan was not froze. And if it did, it was a little bit. It wasn't all froze like it usually is in the winter. We've been having these winds come from the south. Jesus even talked about this. I'll go over this in a minute.
As we get into the hurricane season, giant flip, a giant turn. Now, This is January, February, and March, and this is as we work our way into March, April, and May. This here, as we get into July, August, and September, just to give you an idea. I know this chart's a little bit crazy, but this red shading here is saying, hey, the next couple of months we have a 100% chance of an El Nino pattern, which usually benefits us in a hurricane season. But as we work our way into the hurricane season, look at this, just in time.
As you can see, the red flips. It like flips a switch. Last year we had the wind shear was in the red, and it was a El Nino. It goes to a El Nina right here at March, right around the same time March it flips. So these wind shears like this are not going to knock everything down. It's actually going to bring it up. So it flips in March. He shows it right there.
For the heart of the hurricane season, this would be July, August, September into October. You see that blue there? The blue's going up and the red's going down, which is telling me we are seeing the projection of a La Nina cycle. We're going to get into a La Nina, which means less of this, less wind shear. That allows a better chance of rain and storms to develop, storms to pop up, things to circulate a little bit better. It adds instability.
So everybody's predicting this. I used his video because he explains it very clear. Excuse me. He explains it very clear. And there's a lot of hurricane season. There's a lot of people predicting the same thing. So, Jesus talked about this in the Bible. He said, when you see the south wind blow, which going right now, I'm getting the south wind, and it says there will be heat, and it will come to pass. He says down here, why can't you discern this time? You can discern the weather. He says, why can't you discern this time? He's talking about when he returns. This is in Luke chapter 12. This is also in Luke 21. It says, the signs in the sun and the moon. This is the eclipse. The sign in the sun and the moon. This is the eclipse. It says, the signs in the sun and the moon, the stars, and upon the earth distress the nations, perplexities, the seas and waves roaring. That's why I showed that right there, because if this is going to happen, you would expect that hurricane season would be going. So it says also too, it says, Jesus said in Luke 36, 21:36, he said, pray always that you're accounted worthy to escape all these things. So, this would happen after we leave. This would happen after we leave. And the effects of this right here and the heat. The Bible, one of the 7 plagues is heat. So we would also miss this, which would be this summer. So thanks, Ashley. Thanks, Lisa. Thank everybody that sent me stuff. Good seeing everybody. Miss Tower Flower Rapture Watch. Yeah, I'm glad that you're here. And I know that you like it you like it a little bit later, I think you said. When I had in the comments, you like it later at night. So, good seeing everybody. We'll see what happens this week. Keep looking up. Thank you, Ashley. Thanks all my mods. You do a great job. Thanks, DJ. Thanks, everybody. Get some good sleep. Etna, good seeing everybody. I saw Betty earlier. God bless. Good seeing everybody. Lisa, good seeing you. Christina, good seeing you. Arkansas Traveler. M, good seeing everybody. I hope I didn't miss. And Jim, good seeing you, brother. Karen, Paul, David, good seeing everybody. Betty, don't want to miss somebody. Good seeing everybody. Have a good night. Keep looking up. Keep praying. Praying daily. Pray for your family members. Good seeing everybody. Thanks, everybody. Good night. Keep looking up. Good seeing you, Etna. God bless.